If you're an app developer, you know there are certain milestones that just feel huge. Well, today we're diving into one of the biggest, earning your very first $100 with AdMob. And trust me, it's not really about the money, it's that rite of passage that proves you're onto something big. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling. It's that exact moment you check your dashboard and see the proof. Your creation, your idea, can actually generate real income. It's such a powerful moment of validation, that feeling that tells you, okay, you're on the right track.
So what does this $100 really mean? Look, it's not about getting rich overnight. It's your proof of concept. It's the universe giving you a signal that you've built something people are actually using, and that you've taken that first critical step toward monetization. This is the foundation for everything that's going to come next.
Okay, let's get into it. We're going to frame this whole process like the epic quest it really is. See, every developer who decides to monetize their app is basically answering a call to adventure. Yeah, it might seem a little daunting at first, but like any great journey, it all starts with a few clear, totally manageable steps.
So, this first leg of your journey really has three key stages. It all starts with your app idea, the heart and soul of the project. Then comes the more technical part, the ad integration. And finally, there's the part that everyone goes through, but nobody really talks about enough, facing the trials. And believe me, there will be trials.
Right. So let's get real about those trials for a second. Because honestly, knowing what's coming is half the battle. It's so easy to think you'll just flip a switch, turn on the ads, and watch the money roll in. But the reality on this road of trials is, well, it's usually a bit different. So what should you actually be prepared for?
These are basically the classic boss battles of the beginner level. You might see a shockingly low eCPM and think, is this even worth it? You might pull your hair out trying to figure out why ads just won't show up. You could get one of those scary policy warnings that makes your heart stop. And pretty much everyone realizes this is a marathon, not a sprint. The key is to see these things not as failures, but just as part of the learning curve.
Now, after you've battled through those early challenges, you gain something that's absolutely priceless: wisdom. This is the elixir we're talking about, that secret knowledge that separates the people who succeed from the ones who give up. It's that shift you make from just doing things to finally doing them the right way.
And if there's one piece of wisdom, it's this right here. You really have two paths you can take. There's the revenue-first approach, where you just plaster your app with ads. That almost always leads to quick user burnout and a bunch of bad reviews. The winning strategy? It's the user-first path. When you focus on creating a fantastic experience, yeah, it might start slow, but you're building sustainable long-term growth.
So think of this as your rule book for the journey. Rule number 1, obsess over your users and getting downloads. Revenue always follows a happy audience. Rule number 2, play by the rules. Seriously, don't ever click your own ads. Rule 3, promote your app using organic, free methods. And the final and probably the hardest rule, be patient. You gotta trust the process.
And then after all that hard work, all that patience, and all that learning, you finally arrive. This is the moment you've been grinding for, the ultimate boon of your quest. You've crossed that $100 threshold, and the reward is finally within your grasp.
You did it. That number on your dashboard is finally over $100. So now, of course, comes the most exciting question of all. How does that digital number become actual, real money in your bank account? Let's break down that final awesome step. The mechanics are actually pretty straightforward. First, you have to hit the payment threshold. That's the magic $100 mark. Once you've done that, you're officially eligible for the next payout cycle. Basically, AdMob totals up 1 month's earnings and then pays you out around the 21st of the following month. It's simple, it's clear, and it leads to probably the best email you'll get all month. So you've seen the path, you've seen the challenges, and you've seen the reward. You've got the wisdom now. And this is where the journey returns right back to where it all started, with you. It's time to take these lessons and go become the hero of your own monetization story.
And really, this is the main takeaway. Every single developer who hit this milestone started right at zero. They all face the same challenges, the same scary policy warnings, and the same doubts you might have. But they succeeded because they just kept going and they kept learning. You can too.
So we're going to leave you with this question. Every single journey is unique. Your app, your challenges, your moment of triumph, it's all going to be your own. The path is laid out, the adventure is just waiting for you. So what will your first $100 story be?